Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. It's September 29th. Markets are currently off to a pretty green start. NASDAQ right now is up 0.9% last I checked. Currently up 0.93. So almost at the 15,000 level. Again, and this is fueled by the inflation report this morning, which showed a cool core PCE level at 3.9 versus 4.3 as of last month in July. Didn't meet expectations, didn't beat expectations, but enough for the markets to get a nice little almost 1% rally. Then the regular PCE came in line with expectations, 3.5 versus 3.4 for July. And that's pretty much it. The month-over-month readings came in a little bit cooler than what was expected. 0.4 versus 0.5, up from 0.2 in July. And then for the core, came in at 0.1 versus 0.2 expected, down from 0.2 in July. So a decent report. Markets are loving it so far. We're going to have more data coming out at 10 a.m. with inflation expectations from the Michigan Economic Report, as well as consumer expectations, consumer sentiment, and current conditions. So expect a little bit more volatility around 10 a.m. Good morning, Irfan. Currently watching three stocks: NVIDIA, Meta, and Google. NVIDIA and Meta looking to take to the upside, Google looking to take to the downside. Looking at the levels here, I want to enter Google puts at 134.50 right now. It's at 134.15, so it's not an ideal entry, but the stop's going to be at 135. And then for NVIDIA, let's see. I'm wanting to enter at 435.50, stop at 434.25, and then taking profits at 440. And then for Meta, this one I want to enter at 307 with a stop at 306, and potentially taking profits at about 308.75. But we'll see if we can actually make these entries happen. We're pretty far from entry on Meta, pretty much all three of them actually. I did find a way to add the delta to the watch list, which is very useful, so we don't have to go to the other screen to see what our risk is. But 2 minutes till market open. Looks like we're getting a little bit of a pullback here, which will probably put those Google contracts out of play, but we'll see. I think Meta and Google will be the first ones I take, judging where they are based on my ideal entry and stops. All right, 1 minute till market open, 30 seconds. I think we're probably going to start with 5 of them on Meta. Alright, here's the open. They're trading at 475 to 500. And popping right off the gate. Trading at 485. Again, 50-ish delta. So our entry should be about 465. $460. And then our stop will be 50 cents lower at 410. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Okay. Bought 5. Meta 310 calls. 10-6 expiration at 460. 458 actually, but close. Checking in on Google on the other side of the... Yeah, that one already dipped pretty quick. Definitely a strong rejection from that 134.50 level. Let's see, these are trading for 270, about a 50 delta again. Very far from our stop though. We could change our stop to 134 instead. Which should put these at about $2 a piece. Actually, no, that would put them at $2.50 a piece. Meta's improving a little bit. Back to our break even on that trade. Let's check in on Nvidia in the meantime. So that one got rejected at about 440 and pulled back. Could maybe go for some 435 puts. Switch sides for Nvidia, but looks a little bit bullish here, and Nvidia's been trending down for a while now. Alright, looks like that Meta just went back over break even. So checking back in on this trade. Sitting right over 307. Ideal exits at about 308.75. Alright, and I'm gonna add a 435 put to the watch list for NVIDIA as well. Looks like we just went over 440. So no resistance past here on the 15-minute chart. On the hourly chart, you could have some resistance at about 443. We're trading at 725 right now with a 50 delta. So that would put our stop at 875 for the contracts. If we want to stop at 440. Am I bullish today? On these stocks, yeah. For NVIDIA and Meta. For Google, I was bearish, but didn't take that trade in time for it. But I wouldn't be opposed to shorting NVIDIA here either at that 440 level. What do I think is going to happen with Google? I think it'll get down to 133. It's at 133.30 right now, so it's not too much of a change, but let's see. Alright, I'm going to take this. 3 puts on NVIDIA. 780 entry. 675 stop. Meta's going back up here. Peaked all the way at 308.35 and pulled back. Currently trading at 308 again. contracts are 495 with our entry at 460 for 5 of them. Nvidia just pulled back too. Those contracts are at 800 from 780. Alright, here we go with Meta. We might be able to close out. Trading at 520. Right at the top. I'll put my exit at 515 or 510. Alright, sold those. Sold one at 505 or 510. So now we have 4 of them. Alright, I'll sell them at 505. So those we got at 460, sold at 505 for 45 each. So about 200 profit on that. Checking back in on Nvidia. Still pulling back. But still kind of ranging right now between 436.50 and 438.50. In this one, we only got 3 positions on. I might even adjust my stop loss to that 438.50 level. It's a 50 delta. 45 delta actually. And it's trading $1 below. So that would be a stop at like 730 instead of the stop we have now. Way down at 675. Alright, those sold at 720. So now your support is going to be 438, 438.25. Trading at 439 right now. About to crack that 440 level again. $52 delta for these. And the next resistance all the way up at 4483. So very good risk reward if the trade goes right. Our stop's about $1.50 lower. Or sorry, 75 cents lower. From 9.15, so 8.40 stop. Filled at 9.35. Already pushing 441. Trading at 9.85. Probably want to close this before that 10 a.m. report though. So we'll keep that in mind too. Welcome. What 10 a.m. report? It's the Michigan Economic Report. It's going to have the 1-year inflation expectations, 5-year inflation expectations, consumer sentiment, and things of that nature by the University of Michigan. Looks like Google went back up to 134 and a little bit above. Let's see. Got rejected at 134.50. Pulled back to the bottom at 134. Still got 9 minutes till the report comes out. I'll probably try to close like 5 minutes before. Meta blasted past that 309 resistance. Could have held those calls a little longer there. Meta and Nvidia are looking pretty similar on the charts. Both with this demand zone and sitting right on top of it. Go Lions. Oh, man. Nvidia just went back under 440, but it's just trading right at that level. Buyers and sellers being a bit indecisive here, it seems, on keeping that 440. These are some expensive positions, though. $900 for this call. I guess it's expiring next week, so all that time premium. Versus if you're trading just 0 days, I'm sure they're dirt cheap in comparison, like probably like $200, $300. Did I take the puts on Google? Not yet. I like where it's at. I don't like that huge rebound. It shows there's a ton of demand now between 133 and 134. So shorting it back to 134 could be difficult. That is a huge wick on that 15-minute. Alright, Michigan report's coming out in 5. I really hope we can get out of this Nvidia position before then, but we'll see. Sellers just went under 440 for Nvidia. So I use ES or NQ in the morning before the pre-market to determine the trend. And then from there, what I'll do usually is take 2 trades with the trend and then 1 trade against it. So I'll take the trend of the overall market, find 2 individual names that are going with that trend, and then 1 name that's going against it. So that was Google, that was going against trend this morning, bullish trend. Nvidia and Meta were both going with the bullish trend. So that's how I use the futures. I don't trade them myself, but they give you an idea for how much the market's up in the morning, and it's more actively traded than QQQ, SPY in the overnight session. I think our stop went up. It was at 438.25, but now it's moved up to like 439 almost. That's a bit worrisome. Our delta's still 50 and it's $1. Let's see. Our stop is 50 cents away, so yeah, it's should be about 438.25, but it's marking it at 439. Two minutes to the report now. I don't think I'm going to be able to get out before. I'm stuck right below break even. So I guess I'll just have to take the risk. Unless we can get to 441 in the next minute and a half, but seems like Nvidia doesn't want to hold that 440 level for too long here. I might just sell 1. Sell 1, keep 2. Same stop. They're really widening the bid ask on it though, which I hate, but alright, let's sell 1 and then adjust stop for 2 at 840 still. Alright, here comes the report. Again, expect some volatility. Don't see the report popping up on the news feed just yet. Kind of a muted reaction too. So it might not be anything too special. Alright, 1-year inflation expectations was higher than expected at 3.2 versus 3.1, up down from 3.5 in August. 5-year inflation expectations hotter than expected, 2.8 versus 2.7, down from 3. Consumer expectations is slightly worse, but barely worse. And a little bit of an improvement from August. Consumer sentiment, 68.1 versus 69.5 last month. Beating expectations at 67.7. And then current conditions, 71.4 versus 69.8 expected, up or down from 75.5. So people are thinking that the economy is deteriorating. They're feeling less well about the economy this month than last month, but better than the analysts expected. Let's see what else. Consumer expectations. So for the next year, this is about the same it was last month, and just slightly worse than expected. And then the inflation expectations dropped from last month, but they're both a little bit higher. Market's not really reacting much to it at all. Tesla's up 3% today. Almost at 255. Nvidia's still sitting just barely over 440. We're seeing a couple stocks going up on this. QQQ is definitely going up on the report. 360, 225 to almost 363. So I think I've taken all the trades that I'm going to do today. Still got my stop in place for Nvidia, just in case it goes lower at 439. Hoping to see this at 443 to take profit on at or above that mark. Huh, that's weird. My mobile app on Thinkorswim is saying I still have 3 in this position, but I brought it down to 2. Am I still taking puts on Google? I don't think so. Like I said, I think there's too much demand under 134 to make that a good one in terms of risk. I guess you only have like 30 cents of risk here. They're trading at 210. But yeah, I'd be too worried about that 134 level just getting ricochet back off. Alright, Nvidia just went over 440 again. So we'll see if we can hold it and make our way. Oh wait, that's not right. It's at 439 actually. Close to our stop. Stopped out at 830. Yeah, it's probably all the trades I'll make today. I'm kind of thinking about taking an Nvidia put, but we've already got stopped out a couple times. Don't want to keep playing with that 440 level. But we made 240 on Meta, lost 270 on Nvidia. So down 30 for the day. Not too bad. But yeah, that's it for me, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow or Monday at 9:30. See everybody.